Good evening. Welcome to another episode of A Contagious Smile. Unstoppable. Sorry about the noise in the background. My husband is rolling down the office way to come over here as Faith is texting, and it's chaotic to say at best. Hi, babe.
Howdy, y'all.
How's it going?
Outstanding. Just had daddy-daughter movie night. We watched one movie.
The one all about you.
No.
Did Faith say, yep, that's Dad?
Yes, she did. A lot of the episode scenes, she said, yes, that's me. Speaking of me, did y'all check out Victoria's new book, Narc, Who's There? It is out on Amazon. Go check it out. Run, hurry, get.
Well, not only that, but today is my anniversary or the rebirth. I don't know. Everybody has a different name for it. It has been, can you believe, 2 years since they whacked my arm. I became an amputee 2 years ago today. Babe, can you believe it's been 2 years?
Well, the damn sure ain't nothing to celebrate.
It's not, but I'm not going to dwell about it. I'm not going to sit here and cry over it. So, I mean, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Right? But it's been 2 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And what else did we get? We went and got family tattoos.
Right, who does this?
We do. So Faith has been asking forever for a tattoo, right? And we were like, all right, maybe she'll grow out of it, whatever. Oh no. So she wanted that tattoo. First thing we had to do is take her and let her design one. So my daughter, she's mine, goes in, helps design. Artist is amazing. He is phenomenal. And she draws not one but two different designs. She wants a mother-daughter tattoo, which is her and I. And then she wants the family tattoo, which was also her idea. So she is so excited. And the whole time prior to beginning, it's about breaking time. It's about breaking time. And I'm trying to keep her calm and hydrated, and I keep telling her it's not going to hurt, and blah, blah, blah. And I had told Michael privately that this child's either going to become incredibly addicted to tattooing and want to be like full sleeve, or she's going to hate it. It's going to be one of the two. So we got the designs figured out. And of course, I end up having to go first. So I get in the chair. Faith watched me get countless tattoos, so I don't know what she was doing. Oh yeah, she was scattered and smothered and covered in the pictures that were all over the walls. And we get the first. I get the first tattoo done, which is a beautiful wolf with a moon behind it. And then, how do you explain like the
clouds?
Yeah, but there's clouds, but then there's like line and color. Anyway, so this was her doing. Her and our artist Jeff kind of came up with it together, which was awesome.
Thank you, Jeff.
He was awesome. And then she came up with this amazing idea that she wanted a family tattoo. And she wanted it to be Stucco Chicken Kitten, which is all of our nicknames. And she wanted to make it her own. So she kind of got an idea and then designed it into her own concept. So needless to say, I get mine done, ready to go. I asked that Jeff put a little tattoo of water on her so she knows what to expect. How do you explain Faith getting her tattoo? She sat there like a God-blessed champ. Like she sat there so freaking amazing. She had her knee up. She had her hand on her knee. The other arm is like out there. And she is loving it. Loving it. So technically, the inside of her arm is completely tatted from the elbow crease, maybe almost to the wrist. And once she's getting almost finished, her response was, no, you're not done already. And she's already deciding and picking new tats for the future. And then my husband. And Faith wanted him to have the word suck it on the tattoo or stick it in the tattoo to mess with him. She tried so hard to get this prank, but he got it as well. His is he says it's 6 inches or bigger, but we as women
That's
know
what
how
all guys. That's what all guys say.
whatever. And so we all got these tattoos last night. So that was an amazing experience. And I'm so glad I got to share that with my husband. My husband and I have.
Wait a minute. May I interject?
Of course.
Okay. Y'all may be wondering why we have a family tattoo, the same tattoo on all three of us. Y'all, if any of y'all have been following A Contagious Smile, Facebook, in any of the videos that we've done, y'all, this little girl has been through hell, and she has fought through hell. She danced with the Reaper.
Her words.
She won.
Every time.
She came back to us.
Every time.
We were fighting as much as we possibly could. Physically, spiritually, we followed the doctors, the hospitals. Y'all, this kid deserves every bit of this loyalty that we're showing by putting tattoos that she designed on us to represent the family unit. Okay. She knows all good and well that I'm getting ready to adopt her. And this just shows her more and more in her heart that this guy that's married to her gorgeous mom will never ever leave this family circle.
Most people thought you had already adopted her.
Well, that's all right. It's coming. We had some hiccups. But it's coming.
But you already claim her as yours.
She's definitely mine, a little squiggly, as I say.
Squiggly.
Yes.
Squiggly.
But that's, if any one of y'all are wondering, that's why we all have the same tattoo. And we all have it on our left arm. Some of us wear
hands
we can't, yeah.
And
so here's your microphone back. I just wanted to.
Well, come a little closer. So why don't you also tell everybody what you're doing for my birthday coming up? We don't say when it is, but what are we doing for your
watch your
mouth?
50th birthday?
Oh, you're 50.
I didn't say 50.
You're 50.
I said 50th.
Whatever. What are you and I doing?
That's bedroom talk.
No.
We can talk about
what
that off
are we doing together?
We're gonna get more tattoos. We're
getting a couple's tattoo, and I'm gonna have my husband tell you what it is because it is so sweet. Come on, darling. What is it?
It's just.
It's not just. Come on.
It is just me holding my wife's face while I'm looking at her. That's it.
Not exactly.
Kind of standing behind you.
Yeah.
Holding, caressing your face.
Yeah.
Looking at you. Yes.
And that's
okay. That's enough mushiness for me.
And that's the tattoos that we're getting together. I popped his cherry because he had no tattoos. So I got to find, at least I popped your cherry.
Thanks. Can you say that one more time?
I popped your cherry.
You're a dork. I swear.
So, a couple of things that have been said that were amazing, that have been comments that have been put out, are things like they wish that we had our own XM series talk show because we're hilarious together. Don't say no. Don't say no.
I'm not a comedian.
No, you're hilarious.
I'm just a redneck in the background.
You're hilarious.
No, what did they say about your book?
One of them saved their life.
What was that latest one? Can we read that?
I can't while we're doing this.
Why can't we?
Because it won't let you. Don't waste our airtime. That
it's our air.
That I saved her life. Which, you know what? If it helps one person, it's worth it.
That was your first book.
And that meant everything.
Can't wait to see what y'all write about her 41st book, which is called Narc Narc Who's There.
Somebody came out of the woodwork and asked if you sing.
Sing? Are you serious? No.
No singers here. Right?
Right.
No singers here.
No.
No.
None.
And before anybody asks, I don't sing. right?
Correct.
Because they're gonna come out and say, "Would you sing on air?"
Right.
Right.
Even though you have a beautiful voice. Your talking voice and your singing voice are two different things.
So my talking voice sucks and my singing voice is nice?
If you want to put it that way.
My talking voice sucks, is what you're saying.
You said it, not me.
You just confirmed it. But you used to
but you
tell
said
me that my voice should be a sex phone operator. So if
it should be.
then how does that make it my voice horrible and my singing voice?
Okay, let's look. I'm gonna dial 1-900 and you answer the phone.
No.
Why not?
But I don't understand. How can you say my singing voice is good, but then my talking voice
Tell you
isn't?
what, let's let our listeners judge.
No, you just backed yourself into this corner. And I want to see you get
chicken.
I am chicken.
You are chicken.
Yeah. So you don't like my talking voice?
I absolutely do.
But then how's it so different from my singing voice?
You let the listeners hear it.
No.
And then we'll play it back on air. I mean, on the computer. And
why can't I want your reason?
My reason?
Yeah.
You just sound different.
How?
It's just beautiful.
Which one?
Your singing voice.
My talking voice as well.
Awesome.
No, that's not completely different. Those are just synonyms.
Okay, what would you want? Anonyms?
That's what you get. Seriously.
What else do you want? A pseudonym?
So you don't like my talking voice?
I do like your talking voice.
That doesn't even make sense in the red.
Will you get to the point?
I'm waiting on you to get to it.
Well, then let's change subjects.
Let's
be waiting.
Let's talk about the 14-year-old who went into a Georgia school and opened fire.
Okay, talk about it.
We're not even into the first, few weeks of school starting, and you're hearing it happen daily again. And what I learned since then is the mom called the school for 30 minutes begging to speak to the counselor.
For 30 minutes or 30 minutes prior?
She called.
I think it was prior.
Well, right. She called prior to it happening, but she was trying to get a hold of people for 30 minutes.
Okay.
But she was trying to get a hold of people. She tried to get a hold of the counselor, said, you need to go check on him. You need to get him out of class. You need to go see what's going on. Something's not right. And nothing was done. She tried to give him a heads up.
So let me ask you, right now, our lottery is sitting at $800 million.
Right.
And a portion of the lottery is supposed to go towards school.
Public
schools.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever. I don't know how they allocate it. Okay. But with one school shooting that's happened in America, that should have been it. I mean, we should have cracked down tremendously. Okay. I don't care if there's gates in there. I don't care if there's multiple metal detectors, if there's pat downs. I don't care if, you got to have dogs walking up and down the hallways, going into classrooms.
Checking lockers, which is where this
checking lockers, bathrooms, everywhere, Obviously the money's there because the lottery just keeps on going.
Can you imagine how much if the lottery winnings are 800 million, how much has been put into it? Right?
I don't understand why it keeps happening. It's the same shit, y'all. It keeps happening. Kids still get guns into schools. Where is the latch? Where is the weak link at? Okay? We can blame home parents all we want, but the school shootings are happening at school. So let's focus at school where our kids are at, where your kids are at, where there's mass groups. Okay, let's focus there. Do you need more cops? Do you need veterans, who will give their spare time? Well,
let me be the devil's advocate, even though I really don't want to be, because I know some listeners will give this response. What about the veterans who have PTSD, who hear that sound and then they have an episode?
That's true.
I mean, I'm being devil's advocate because I know we're going to get comments that says, well, you put a vet in there and they get.
Okay, this could be the same thing for a cop.
Absolutely.
Because I walked away with PTSD after 13 and a half years.
Right. I truly believe they also need to have more counselors in school because, like, just a couple of schools that I've looked into say they have 700 kids and they only have 3 counselors or 4 counselors. And what they do is they divide up the alphabet, say A through M, or, depending on the grades, or like they get A through E and then F through whatever. And that's it. I mean, how do you get in there to talk to somebody to make a difference? And then you go, it makes you so angry because you go on Amazon and you could buy those things that make the door impossible to open, right? That you can't get a shooter to come through. And no teacher puts it on their teacher wish list. Is your life not worth $14 or $12? But on the way into work, you'll pay $10 for a grand mocha latte, whatever, with 8 pumps of vanilla and 2 shots of caffeine and a partridge in a pear tree, whatever it is. But you won't buy that. Then put it on your damn wish list, right? But it's not there. It's not. So I don't understand. When Faith was in public school, they back then they really didn't even do drills. I did one with them and said, you guys need to get away from the window. You need to be as quiet as can be. Take your shoes off, because if you guys get nervous, because we're talking about first grade, and you guys get nervous and you start patting your feet, it can make a lot of noise, right? Because you're scared and you're fidgeting. Make sure you're sitting away from anything that you can make noise on. Don't touch an open cabinet. Just going through to give them their own peace of mind, because you're turning around and if you're not prepared, I mean, we had like tornado drills when we were in school, but you're not prepared and that happens, I mean, it's ridiculous.
It is.
I don't understand. I mean, I truly, I don't get it. And then you have things going on in this country where, like, I'm sorry, I know you and I don't like talking about politics, but I will be tuning in Tuesday night to the first political debate between Trump and
dumbass.
Okay. I can't imagine being.
I'm sorry, that's the dumbest woman I've seen.
You think she's dumber than Clinton? Hillary?
Yes. Because I don't remember the stuff that Hillary said.
Hillary was vindictive.
But this woman's talking about changing the color off the Starbucks cup because her lipstick shows and she doesn't want it white anymore.
Right. But see, the thing is with her is you look at like her values and she says, my values haven't changed. But when she spoke on her values, they're everything that she's now saying will alter when she gets into office. But her values haven't changed. And here's the thing. And I understand times change and people change, blah, 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 right? But let's just imagine back in the day, okay? Nancy Reagan, God bless her soul. Jacqueline Kennedy, God bless. These are 2 of my favorite first ladies ever. We'll even throw Melania in there. You go in there and never, ever did you see any of them wear booty shorts or sneakers or, I mean, imagine Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis and imagine Nancy Reagan if they were going to run for presidency, okay? I'm just using them as examples as women who were first ladies. Okay, well, she was vice president, whatever. And here she is walking out in blue jeans and sneakers, dancing and, grinding with students in schools and stuff like that. Like, okay, what is that going to accomplish? That makes not okay. Can you imagine, just for a moment, Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, who to me was one of the most classiest women of our time, right? Or not really our time. I wasn't old enough to think at that point. But, or Nancy Reagan, or even Melania. Can you imagine Melania who would do that? Come in there with booty shorts or sneakers and jeans and whatever and start listening to rap and dancing and whatever while trying to promote herself into the White House.
Of course.
I mean, that's where we've gotten to. And here's the thing, and I'm very strong on my advocacy of I don't think all military is bad. I've made that very strong statement. I think that there's bad groups in everybody. There's bad apples in every orchard. But during the Labor Day presentation at the grave of the unknown soldier, the only president that was there was Trump. Biden, as far as I know, I haven't heard that he's come out of wherever he's been. Carter, bless his heart's 100 or about to turn 100, so he gets a pass not being there. Clinton and Obama weren't there, right? The only one was Trump, and he actually changed his whole itinerary to arrive, to pay respects, and then go back on the campaign trail. And people said he did it for a photo op. I don't think Donald Trump needs to go to the tomb of the unknown soldier for a photo op. That's just me, and I will admit he can be an arrogant son of a bitch. He can. But you know what? If you want to be factual and you want to look at facts or facts, look at the gas prices when Donald Trump was in office versus Biden or Obama or, it doesn't, you go all the way back to Clinton. But you look at the prices, look at groceries. Look at the prices of groceries, right? Groceries prices then versus now. And you know what? How do you rectify that? How do you say, well, that's not because of Biden? Well, who the hell is it from? Sesame Street? Who put the cost so astronomical that food can't be afforded, and then the people who genuinely need like the food stamps, they're getting like $80 a month. That's like bread and eggs, and I hope you like that egg sandwich because that's all you're going to have for the next 30 days. I mean, that makes no sense whatsoever. Why are you looking at me like that?
I always look at you like this.
Yeah, but that's a little different.
I'm just in love with
voice.
I'm just in love with you, woman.
Well, if you look at me like that, what do you look at me like when I sing?
I just, like I hear the voice of an angel.
I'm gonna puke. So I think the debate will be one that we need to watch. And even if you're not into politics, are you into our country? Are you into the fact that we were at one point the most respected country in the world, and now we are like laughed at for so many reasons? And it's sad. It is sad. We need to come back and be that great nation that we've been before.
Wow, that's going to take some time. Yep, it's going to have to be a big hammer come down, because God forbid if she gets into office, it's I don't know. Which country would you like to live in, babe?
Canada.
Canada.
Yeah. But what's horrible is that the polls right now.
You'll come, Dave.
Yeah, the polls right now are showing that at 68% they believe Kamala could take Trump in a debate.
So
68%.
All right.
How's that even possible?
I don't rightly know, man.
You didn't even know what I said.
I don't keep up with politics.
I don't either, but this is the future of our kids. This is what's going to happen to our country, right? Like, this is a really important time. I couldn't imagine this stuff going back on 20 years ago, Can you imagine Reagan sitting in office at this point with things going on? Yeah.
Eating jelly beans.
He likes his jelly beans.
Eating jelly beans. So, are we done on politicking?
Yes.
Okay. For those of y'all who don't know, Stucco, Rusty, and Uno are perfectly fine and healthy. They're doing great. That's our 3 studs, our golden retrievers. We have discontinued our golden retriever program for just a short while. We're focused on our daughter and getting her back up to healthy status, so to speak. She's doing quite well. She's coming along greatly. And we're getting ready to literally pull the plug on.
Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that. As
Okay.
a special needs mom, you don't say it like that.
Okay.
She still.
Well, then forgive me.
She still has. Just say you had a Kamala moment.
Okay.
She has had this horrific surgical tube surgically placed within a track inside of her for almost a year. and it is awful. I hate it for her. I wish it was me instead. We have to change the dressing constantly. This poor kid is now used to having the tape on her skin. I've tried to get her one of these surgical belts that she could wear with it, and she hates it. And, of course, she's defying everything. And that's who faith is. But, I want this freaking, it's surgically in there and stitched in there, but it hangs over and down, and she hates it. She's uncomfortable with it. And it's just heartbreaking, like I just want her to realize the amazing individual she is and what all she has to offer. And I think she's really having that epiphany, babe, because she's like, I want to be able to help others. And, yes, she's host of Teen Talk. And yes, she does help plenty and plenty of people. But she now wants to start doing even more. And that's amazing. But what is so awful is that even after almost a year, like I'm constantly, I don't want to say annoying her, but I'm like, hey, how much have you drank today? Hey, she can't drink while she's eating a meal. There's so many prerequisites that have to be put into place. And we make it as low key as possible. We try not to make it like a medical thing. But, the doctors want daily weight logged in and logged down. So we have to do that. And we have to see, because she has kidney disease now, we have to make sure she keeps hydrated so that doesn't happen and it doesn't escalate what stage of kidney failure we're in. There's so many things that have to be done on a daily basis. And we try to make everything as, I hate the word normal, like as unique as she is. Like we downplay all the baloney of the medical crap because she is not a medically fragile kid anymore. And we go and enjoy life, like these daddy-daughter moments that they have. And they're so cute. They're so funny. They're hilarious. Like she's just, I don't care what kind of day you're having. If you get around that kid, she just brightens your life. Like, I'm sorry, and I know I'm speaking with bias, but I'm biased because she is. But you know what? I could put on 1,000 people on this show right now that'll tell you the same thing. Is she makes everybody's life better by being in it, and I can literally produce 1,000 people that would say that right now. And yeah, I can produce probably 5 or 6 that have their heads in their asses and they don't have anything to do with her. And you know what? Luckily, I'm on air because I have a 4-letter word and rhymes with it. Is to them. So it's your loss, you're missing out. Up.
Right. Some of those people are found in her prequel book, Narc Who's There.
What do you mean?
That's another plug for your book.
See, I don't do that stuff.
Yes, I do, because I love you and I'm very proud of you. You've written 41 books.
Well, there's more that haven't been.
Okay. That I know of. You've published 41 books.
Well, hold on. In all fairness, there are books, there are workbooks, even though they're kind of considered the same thing.
Okay, it's way more than I have done. Okay? And I'm sure it's, that's probably the majority.
But are you going to tell everybody about our selfie store?
You're being very humble.
I'm always that way because I don't ever do that. I don't dote on myself.
Seeing how I don't go on our selfie store, but a few times.
Well, if you go
tell us.
I will put the link again in these show notes because I don't want to give you the wrong URL. But what we're doing is every Friday, we're doing a freebie Friday. And this week, we are doing a workbook. It's gorgeous. It's about breaking anxiety. And it's a $15 value and it's free. And so you can go on there and see all the cool different things, the workbooks that'll help you in your healing process and in your journaling process. And there's so many beautiful things in there. We're adding stuff weekly. And then every Friday there's a freebie for you and you don't have to pay for a thing. You can just go in there and get the free book. It's a $15 value. And if you do find stuff you want on there, use promo code WELCOME and you get 20% off everything. Not one item, but everything. And so you can go on there and find so many different avenues of things that have helped me and helped my husband and helped Faith. And you can go in there. And what's great about them is that you can download them right to your computer and fill them in. You can fill in the PDFs. You fill in the workbooks, or you can print them out, put them in a binder, and you can get them right then and there. You don't have to wait.
You think good for homeschooling?
So you are giving me a list of new things to do?
No, I'm just asking. Do you have anything for homeschooling?
I do. I do. I have done some of the cutest workbooks for like elementary grade kids where they could do fun addition, fun subtraction, fun math, fun. I even have word searches and coding, things of that nature that are fun. I just am finishing now. And I think one of the things that I do that's different is that all my workbooks are anywhere from 80 to over 100 pages a piece. And that's because I want to give variety. So I just am finishing now a workbook for boys, or tomboys, and whatever I don't know the proper term anymore.
You're going back to the 80s.
Well, that has things like dinosaurs and cars and
Tom's probably offended.
okay, Tommy, but I'm sorry. But then like, your construction worker and your policeman and your fireman, and you get to color
policewoman.
them. Well, that's going to be in the girls' book.
Okay.
But these are also the boys, and you get to color, and it's almost like the relaxation coloring you do for adults, but you get to do it for the kids. And this is just for the boys. And then they get an achievement award on the last page that they did it. They're awesome. They're amazing. And they're just fun. And so that will be out soon. And then I'm going to work on the girls one, get that done. So I try to have lots of fun activity books for in there. And I have adult coloring in there as well. And journaling and all sorts of stuff because I do nothing but, as my husband says, sit on my butt all day long and do nothing.
No, you do a lot sitting on your butt. How about that?
I expand my butt.
No. So good. Y'all go on our website and check out everything that Victoria has to offer and that she's accomplished there, that she's put out for years. Showing her dedication to, helping families, special needs families and survivors of domestic violence. ContagiousSmile.com. Click on every tab, every button, everywhere.
And then you have the selfie website.
And then you have every platform under the sun that you have to go to and like and follow and share. Everything except Rumble.
What?
We didn't do Rumble. Rumble.
No, but
one of those, yeah. One of them we didn't like. But
I don't even know what that is you're talking about.
YouTube, Instagram,
Facebook,
X. What else? Thread.
Hey, people do like the redneck word of the day. So what is it going to be today?
Heck if I know.
Come on now.
I have no idea. There you go.
What is it? I'm going to reach down there. Y'all make me down yonder. We could use down yonder. What is down yonder?
No, it's over yonder.
Over yonder.
Yes.
Okay. What is over yonder?
Well, it's a fur piece.
Wait, what?
Over yonder is a fur piece.
What is fur piece? Fur as in?
Yes.
A fur.
No, it's a fur piece. It's over yonder.
What the hell are you talking about? Fur.
It's a fur piece.
Okay, dumb it down. What is fur piece? F-U-R?
No. Okay.
F-O-U-R? F-O-R.
It's a fur piece.
W-T-H.
Over yonder. Okay.
What is over yonder?
It's kind of far over there.
Are you trying to say far away?
Oh, there you go.
Far away is fur piece?
Yes, it's a fur piece.
That don't even make sense.
It does. It makes perfect sense. We're in the South, girl. Get on down here.
Fur piece.
And get G-I-T.
Fur piece.
I sure hope Jeff is listening.
How do you say pinch? Is it pinch?
It's pinch.
It's what?
Pinch. Pinch. You pinch it. Like you pinch it off when you're sitting on a throne.
You pinch?
Yes.
Pinch.
What?
Pinch.
No.
It is.
No.
That's huge on TikTok right now is people doing the different accents and grading one another when they're doing it. Like they'll say, how do you say, dog?
Yeah.
How do you say dog?
D-O-G.
Say it there.
Dog.
Dog. Northerners say dog.
Dag.
It's not dog. They say coffee. How do you say it?
A cup of mud. Yo, I love this woman.
Why?
Because I can.
Why?
Are you on repeat?
I could be.
You better get off of
What?
them.
What are you talking about? Oh my gosh. What are you talking about?
All right, we have to cut this one short tonight because I have to finish my movie night with my daughter.
So that means you actually have to go down there and watch this movie,
Yeah.
not go to sleep.
Well, it's getting late.
Said who? You slept till noon today.
I did not.
Okay, 10.
I went halfway across the state today. It felt like.
So you went up through the street?
No.
Hey, what do we live in? Is it a cul-de-sac?
Yes.
Can you say it?
Cul-de-sac.
What? Okay, hold on. In 25 years, I've never heard you say that. Say it again.
Cul-de-sac.
You just sounded like you said
CUL-DAC.
Yeah. Okay, but what it sounded like was that you had a cold.
Oh, get out of here. I think you have lack of oxygen up here in this tiny office. You need to get out more.
Well, then that's on you. You should
Thank
take
y'all
me out
for
more.
listening to another Unstoppable. So Victoria, myself, Michael. Y'all please go on Amazon and pick up her books, Food Cake First, and her new one, Narc, Who's There? It's about the narcissistic person that's in your life. A lot of us have them.
You have them too.
I said us.
I'm still on the whole cul-de-sac.
You're still on the fur piece.
That I'll never get.
Thank y'all. Take a smile. Peace out. Can I say it? Peace out.
Oh
Peace
my
out.
God.
I won't say that. Bye, y'all.